Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Knowing Woman Tarot. I am Kendra B, and I am here to do your March intuitive tarot reading for 2022. Guys, Virgo, I am feeling very open to your energy, which is kind of new. Your energy feels very light. It feels very airy. I have 3 air cards on the board. I would even say 4 because I have roots out, which is shaped like a heart, and the heart is a wind instrument. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let me tell you what's going on with these messages, okay? My first 2 oracle cards out, we have the heart and we have rue, or as we like to call it, arugula, one of my favorite greens for salads and things. But anyway, Virgo, this is what I'm getting from the spread so far. You have a new appreciation of who you are, and it's based upon some information that you have found out about your family. Okay? Because I'm sensing that some of you thought that you were eternally cursed through your lineage. My dad is a crackhead. My mama left me. My family drank too much. We never went to church. We were the dirty kids. Like, there's something about your childhood that brought you a lot of shame, Virgo. And March is this opportunity. And this could have already happened, even though here we are in the first day of March. I feel like something has been uncovered in the family that's giving you a new perception of your family lineage and therefore a new perception of yourself. We have the 5 of air, which 5s are always challenges and opportunities at the same time, right? So I feel like there was something that you did not know that came out in your family, and it didn't necessarily have to be bad, okay? Could have been bad, but for the most of you, I feel like it was just very nostalgic, and you just got to see a different side of your family dynamic, right? You could have come across an old yearbook. You could have come across your parents' wedding photos. It could be anything, but it was something that sparked a conversation and that allowed you to see something or someone in a way that is totally fresh and new in comparison to the way that you used to see them. Because ending out this first few cards in the spread is the King of Air. The King of Air has no problem telling you the truth. He has no problem telling you when you're wrong. He has no problem not only telling you things, but listening. He's a master communicator. So in the month of March, Virgos, I do feel like you are going to be listening more than you talk. I feel like you're going to be less defensive and just a little more easygoing because there's a sense of a fresh breath of air coming through you. Because it's almost like you're just feeling very relieved to know that maybe your family isn't as fucked up as you thought it was. So therefore, maybe you're not as fucked up as you thought you were. Just a thought. Let's continue. Let's get some more cards. Let's talk about some challenges for you in the month of March. Desire. And then we got the 3 of Air, which is a very knowledgeable card, it's a card about being a student and learning new things. So I feel like the challenge for you, Virgo, I feel like whatever information came out, it's created a thirst for knowledge in you, right? You want to know more. You're like, oh my God, this is so intriguing. Tell me more. I'm thinking about that episode of Last OG with Tracy Martin, not Tracy Morgan, sorry, where he found this album in the basement and he found out that his mom and his dad had cut a record together. And his mother was like, I don't want to talk about it. 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 Right? So finally, he was like, okay, mom, I understand. I respect your privacy. I'm here for you whenever you want to talk about it. Right? So I feel like that's the energy that you are going to come to. And Virgo, this is happening. I do feel like this is happening within your family, but this is also going to help your friendships and your work relations because I feel like it's going to help you relinquish control over other people's thoughts, desires, actions, because I feel like you're a very good communicator. A lot of you may communicate for a living. So if there's something going on, you're just like, well, hey, let's just talk about it. No problem, right? And when you encounter someone who doesn't want to talk about it, you can kind of take it very personally. Like very personally, because now your little brain is sitting at home making up stories and da 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 da, and like now you're confused, and it feels like a personal attack when someone won't give you clarity. I do feel like that feeling is coming to an end for you, Virgo, because you're coming to a point of realization of like, you know what? Maybe it ain't none of my business. Maybe I'm going to take that energy and put it over here instead and let that person come to grips on their own. Okay? So, your challenge for this month is to know when to allow people. Really, it's about respecting boundaries. If you have a desire to know something and someone doesn't want to reveal that, that's their prerogative. That is their prerogative, and you have to find peace in that. Okay? Love it, love it, love it. Let's get some subconscious energy on the board. Subconsciously, what is it that Spirit is trying to make you aware of in the month of March, Virgo? The Sage. Wow. This reading is all about communication. The Sage is major arcana, okay? He is wise. He has lived a life that you could not believe, and he can give you the most amazing advice in the world. But guess what? He's humble enough to also take advice. He's humble enough to know that unsolicited advice is not it ain't good. It's stepping over people's boundaries, okay? So I feel like Spirit is really trying to take you to a place of a master communicator, teacher, guide, sage energy. Someone that people can come to and talk to without feeling judged. Someone can come to you and you can basically show them the way. I do see you teaching this to someone younger. You could have a little sister or a child, or you're a teacher or something like that. But I feel like whatever you're learning here, you're going to be able to pass that down to another younger generation. Because I'm getting the energy of someone who spent a lot of time in bitterness as a child. Just really bitter, unforgiving energy, right? And this new sense of how to communicate and how to let things go and how to listen, you are really going to be helping someone else to get out of some negative patterns as well. And I think that's beautiful, Virgo. We got more communication. We got the scribe, more communication. And then we got the 9 of fire. Look at that rose right there at his throat chakra. Wow. So some of you may be getting up the nerve to write a book, to start journaling, to do poetry, songwriting. And I feel like this has a lot to do with your mission here on the planet. I just keep seeing this young teenage girl like rocking out to like some emo rock or hard rock, just some really sad, angry adolescent type energy, right? And she may have written songs and poetry that was very, very, very dark. And I feel like that girl is being transformed, that her words are becoming more helpful, they're becoming more light, because she has now found her power. She's found her voice. And I'm seeing that not only are some of you going to be writing, but your life is just going to be one that is an open book. There isn't going to be so much hiding. There isn't going to be so much secrecy. There isn't going to be so much shame. And there isn't going to be so much guilt. You're really going to be glowing and showing the world how you made it through a particular situation in your past, Virgo. And my nose is itching, which means spirit is here. Ooh, King of Fire. Look at him, just fell out. He wants to join that part too. Yes. Confidence. It's giving you a lot of confidence to be able to walk around with your wounds showing, with that shame and that guilt showing, with everything, because now it's like you've made it to the other side. So you're standing on the shoreline looking at this bonfire that used to be your life, and there's a sense of pride now. And I can say, yeah, I went through that. Yes, I had a mother who was addicted to drugs. Yes, I had a father that gambled away our entire life savings. Yes, I was adopted. Yes, all of these things. And guess what? I made it out, and I'm going to tell you all about it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. Let's get a couple more cards before we get some advice for Virgo. Anything else for the month of March? I was about to say May. All right, so we got the Nine of Water. This is deep, emotional. I'm hearing patterns. This feels like new energy, because look at her. She's submerged in the deep, but there is a light beckoning her to come up, right? She sees her way out of the darkness. Because I feel like for a long time, Virgo, I don't think you guys wanted to be seen. And look, her third eye is open as well. So you could have gone through a dark period even recently. Kind of like, this isn't a hermit card, but it could have been like a hermit mode due to some deep emotional hurt. But going through this has really given you, what's the word I'm looking for? It's almost like it strengthened you spiritually, because you were able to see how God was moving in your life. You were able to see the signs. You were able to see just spirit moving just from you being open and allowing to it, you know? All right, beautiful energy for you guys, Virgo. Let's go ahead and get some advice for you. Advice for Virgo, month of March. Advice for Virgo in the month of March. We got no, wait, postpone, pause, say no. All right. And then we got divine timing. That's funny. I'm looking at these last three cards that came out, right? Because she's still underwater. She sees the light. Her third eye is open. She's gained some form of knowledge, right? And I feel like Spirit is urging you to listen more. Listen, look, observe, Virgo. Listen, look, observe. So let's read on. The no card is pretty self-explanatory, right? Wait, postpone, pause, say no. And then we got divine timing. Life is always unfolding in the perfect time space sequence. So, angel wisdom is encouraging you to move into a state of trust. That's definitely what this card is about, too. Knowing that good things are always unfolding for you, you may find yourself feeling impatient and unsettled. But instead of letting your ego and imagination pull you into a downward spiral, trust that your prayers are being answered and your plans are coming to fruition in a way that is meeting your needs rather than your wants. You may feel that your prayers aren't being answered or that your hopes aren't being realized, but you must know that the universe and your angels are always working toward your highest good and the outcome that will best serve you. When this card appears, trust in the process. There's something y'all want to know. You is ready for this information, but it ain't ready for you, or vice versa. This card is a sign that your hopes and dreams are unfolding. You may not think so, but you need to remember that you may be working to human time, whereas God is always working on soul time, which can never be measured or rushed. You are being guided to know that your angel team is with you right now, encouraging you to call in the support of heaven and aligning your current situation with love. Aligning your current situation with love. You might not be ready for this information, guys. Okay, lastly, I'm going to go ahead and read this Nine of Water because, again, she is really just, she looking at me. And I just want to know. We're just going to do a little snippet. All right, keywords: illumination, acceptance, openness, emotional enlightenment, strength, courage, fear, ignorance. It says open your heart. Past experiences leave an emotional imprint. Shine a light on the source of your emotional pain. The effect of past experiences on the present moment. The weight of your emotions, emotional enlightenment. Ignorance is not bliss. Break the cycle. Remove the emotional blocks. The very first thing to be born in darkness of the void was light. The Nine of Water represents the need to embrace an open heart and allow the light of love to transform and heal emotional pain and turn it into knowledge that sets us free. Our past experiences, good and bad, leave an emotional imprint. Remember, joy and love can inspire a sense of well being. A happy memory creates a feeling within that curves the lips and makes us smile or laugh, while a bad memory can cause tears and open old wounds we thought were healed and forgotten long ago. Hmm. All right. A potential blockage for the Nine of Water signifies a resistance or unwillingness to look at our emotional reactions and accept responsibility for them. Or it could indicate an unwillingness to look at the source of those emotional reactions. We may not want to see the truth in this instance. We may truly agree with the old adage that ignorance is bliss. However, it is more than probable that we simply tell ourselves this because we are afraid of the pain of dredging up old memories. Instead, the Nine of Water offers us an opportunity to acknowledge the truth. Embracing ignorance will keep us reliving the pain of the moment again and again until we make the choice to break the cycle by facing that of which we are most afraid. All right, there you have it, Virgo. We got some information coming in on God's time. Don't go prying. Don't go rushing people. And, you know, worry about yourself, Virgo. Worry about yourself. All right, that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated with you. You can also look at some of the other signs on my channel. Your rising sign, your Venus, your moon may also offer you more insight. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like, share, or subscribe button down below. You can also follow me on Instagram at it's underscore Kendra B, like the insect. Okay. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.